at which point you will be serving a $320,000 bounty for 10,000 counts of murdering officers, 1,002 counts of murder, 437 counts of abduction, 3 counts of inducing vapors, 49 counts of horse inversion, 9 billion counts of assault, and at least 40,000 DUIs.
So that's alleged. You know, innocent until proven guilty. It's alleged. Allegedly. Uh-huh. Innocent until proven guilty. If they can't prove it, then you're innocent. So it's alleged. Mm-hmm. We don't condone any of this, but it's alleged.
9 billion counts of assault.
Welcome back to another NEKO Reacts. I like making bad decisions, and I know you like making bad decisions. So let's make a good decision today and smash that like and subscribe button. Today we're reacting to Max0r, and I'm sick, so please be patient.
Drunk driving.
Uh-huh.
You know it, you love it, we do not condone it.
No, we
in
don't.
Any way,
We don't
shape,
condone it.
or form. No matter how funny it looks, I am neither encouraging my viewers to booze nor to cruise. But I am going to commit several felonies that have not been invented yet. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the greatest drunk driving simulator that
If they haven't been invented yet, then they aren't felonies. So, I mean, if you think about it that way, he's done nothing wrong, and we're only 20 seconds in, so let's see what these quote-unquote felonies are.
been invented yet. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the greatest drunk driving simulator that I have ever played, with a funny cowboy game attached to it. And I've got to say that compared to the various liquor laborings and inebriation transportations, that the cowboy part is pretty alright too. Taking place in one of the most massive, beautiful, and fleshed out worlds in gaming with the greatest protagonist I've ever experienced, the greatest villain I've ever seen, and the most hated villain I've ever seen.
Really?
If I've only played one singular video game.
Does it really matter though? They're all kind of hot. I realize I might be the only one who judges a character based off of that. That's okay.
And the most hated villain I've ever seen.
Crazy?
If I've only played one singular video game. And considering the absolute size of this bitch, that is a possibility. Of course, that is Red Dead Redemption 2 before the miraculous experience that is modding the game until John is building his house during a violent insurrection. So if you are new to this channel, please allow me to describe to you the premise of this video. I do not explain games. I do not make them easier to understand. I add to the mystery of not playing the game by continuously spreading misinformation about it. And I am going to
And you sell me on the game regardless. You don't do anything but have fun, and that makes me want to buy these games. And that's the problem, Max. I don't have the wallet for it. Help me, please.
Mystery of not playing the game by continuously spreading misinformation about it. And I am going to back up everything I'm saying with the most legitimately unhinged video evidence that is so absolutely choreographed, so meticulously constructed that I've planned out every single angle for every single shot in this video. And sometimes I will make the screen do this. So join me as we recount the themes, story, and gameplay of this fantastic software as experienced through the dying brain of a schizophrenic man, where we will learn nothing, accomplish nothing, and flat out black out by going full throttle at empty bubble. Starting with Chapter 1.
I need that on a bumper sticker! That is perfect! Oh, someone just died.
Chapter 1, so we're gonna skip that shit.
Oh, okay. Bad because I edited it, sorry. Oh, okay. It's not bad. If there's one thing I know, is that Max puts a lot of effort into his videos. And recently, today, 5/26, May 26th, is his birthday. His birthing of days, the day where he has given birth. I wished him a happy birthday, and I got a notification that he followed me, and I nearly had a panic attack. So thank you, Max. Thank you so much for your hard work. Thank Thank you. And I felt like this is a very fitting video as well because we are on the precipice, as of right now, we're on the precipice of 28K on YouTube, which is insane. Thank you so much for the support, and please make sure you support the creators I react to. They all work very hard. Sorry, I felt the need to squeeze that in real quick before getting into the thick of it. Thank you. Yeah, I have driven a wagon.
Flying down from the tutorial in a completely random direction, the gang finds themselves in the beautiful, wide-open countryside of New Hanover, representing new opportunities, green pastures, and a fresh start for all the kidnapping and murder that we have intently planned on fitting. I can see absolutely no consequences for this, as Dutch is a very stable man.
Yeah, that's what they... Wait, I thought, you know, people who worked in the stables were called stable man, right? So, I mean, you're not wrong. He is a stable man, right?
For this, as Dutch is a very stable man.
Hello, Dutch.
Plan.
What? Money. All right, Dutch, I'd follow you unquestioningly for several years.
To emphasize our newfound freedom from the parasitic authorities, haha, look at this guy, he's trying to fund Social Security. The game offers us a great deal of discretion, allowing us to terrorize the public with various methods hitherto unknown by quantum mechanics. And if I decide that I want to sit here for 2 hours and smoke 500 cigarettes, then it is my God-given right to do so. The founding fathers died for this shit, and now so will I.
Yeah.
For an example of just one night I had in the town, I dragged a man through a river of human shit, antagonized random dudes on the street, entered the saloon, got absolutely plastered on gasoline, got into a bar fight, lost in a bar fight, quickly made an exit by flying through the window, and discovered the amazing risk-free joys of drunk driving. This is not an endorsement of dangerous behavior, as the beer actually improves your driving skills.
It does.
80% of crashes are caused by sober drivers.
I mean, if anything, the horse does, you know, just saying, it is horsepower. It's not a car, so a lot of the responsibility is still on you for driving, but also the horse does have a mind of its own, and you know, mistakes can be made.
As the beer actually improves your driving skills, 80% of crashes are caused by sober drivers.
God.
But what makes Blue Do Bamboozle, Green Fiend Reconvene, Yeller Feller Endeavor, Black Sack Get 'em Back, and Turquoise Purloined Embroiling 2 into a really fun series of games that I will be cutting between at random intervals is the fact that public harassment in this world is not only entertaining and morally justifiable, but is in fact extremely profitable. As about 90% of all minor altercations will end in a gunfight, making the ensuing murder and kidnapping a reasonable act of self-defense, and giving me the obligation to ensure their property is returned to its rightful owner. Exactly as the founding fathers intended. Speaking of being highly profitable and courteous to our fellow man, if you happen to be a big fan of the root of all evil, then this is essentially the perfect software. As all gameplay mechanics, story, and general premises in this game revolve solely around the acquisition of money, making this possibly the most realistic game ever set in America.
Yeah.
You can make money by exploring the map.
Yeah. Exploring the map. It's a nice map. It's a real nice map you've got there.
You can make money by exploring the map.
Nobody wants to do that.
Actually, never mind. Don't do that. It's a little snowy out here. Committing highway robbery, that never actually works. Committing highway murder, riding into a ranch and skinning every single animal.
Oh, the sound effects.
Old MacDonald fucking had a farm, turning into a bird and asking people for seeds, robbing a train, evading the pursuing gang stalkers, stealing the entire train, and reminiscing on the beauty of America's once fabulous high-speed rail network, as well as helping numerous individuals, actively begging the player for a taste of delicious lead. But by far the most efficient way to make money is also the avenue by which you spend. We are fucked. And no, I am not referring to gambling again, though that is a very efficient and safe prospect, as I reserve the right and privilege to summon 90 Cheetos whenever I lose a hand, but rather through engagement with the various schemes and
I mean, if I knew that winning against my opponent would equate to 90 Cheetos being thrust upon me, I would purposefully throw the game. So, you know, those NPCs, They're just not thinking straight.
I need Cheetos whenever I lose a hand. But rather, through engagement with the various schemes and heists made available by our fellow criminals, which of course will have no long-term consequences, as Dutch is very eager to inform us.
Base
Because yes, though I do in fact
BGM,
work
by
for
the
an
way.
extremely high premium, our main task is not only the advancement of our wealth, but that of our entire camp of quirky characters, who after routinely performing Balkan-level massacres for and donating millions of dollars to the max level camp, we'll have Dutch turn around and tell me that we need to do just one more score. And
Wait. Millions of dollars to a camp. Why is it still a camp if they have millions of dollars? Why don't they just, I don't know, make a whole town? Why is it a camp? You have millions of dollars. You can make big buildings and have, you know, actual homes and not tents and camp. Huh? What are they funding?
level camp. We'll have Dutch turn around and tell me that we need to do just one more score, and that
Just
he
one
needs just
more.
a little more money, as he has spent the entire camp budget on fucking candles.
Honestly, that's just me.
Who is good at the economy? Please help me. My
I
plan is falling apart.
I'll
Well,
help.
Dutch, have you tried not spending so much on candles?
The candles are a key part of my plan, Orchard, and I find it disrespectful that you're bringing them up again.
How
Frankly,
dare
Black
you?
Lung, I don't think I can see enough around here.
Like, I would
Ooh.
appreciate it if you fucking killed yourself.
As you can probably tell by this point,
That
the only
helps.
thing more batshit than the
Some
basic
people.
gameplay is the advanced gameplay. Moving from location to beautiful location and chronicling the story of the Vanderlyn gang as they literally cannot stop killing people. Or most accurately, cannot stop ordering you to kill people specifically.
Yeah.
Like, there's this
You
mission
have to
in game
do
where I'm
it.
escorting women to the store and it made me reconsider my opinion on the franchise. It is truly incredible how much faster draft horses were in 1899.
They're just singing!
For another
That's
example of
messed
a
up.
productive money-making activity, my favorite mission is definitely the one where you go to the saloon and get
The
so
bear.
shit-faced that you begin to be haunted by the numerous ghosts of your dead friend Lenny, whose accident was unavoidable, yet
Does that actually happen? Do you actually start seeing the ghost of a deceased friend in the game? Because that's messed up. But also, I think I would go to a bar specifically just to do that. Just to experience that and see what the game tells me about it. Because normally they do it for a lore reason, right?
you begin to be haunted by
I
the
don't know much
numerous
about
ghosts
Red
of your
Dead.
dead friend
I'm
Lenny,
sorry.
whose accident was unavoidable, yet the regret still haunts our protagonist to this
Aw.
day. I
Rip.
could go on, but if I were to talk about all the missions, we would be here for an extended runtime, longer than the entirety of Breaking Bad, with 20 hours to spare. So forgive me if my insane rambling happens to pass over some details, like the amazing side quest where you play as the secret gang member, Bones Vanderland, who honestly was a pretty positive influence on the gang overall, and had a lot to say
was
about
a good
anti-skeleton racism. And I know this is going to piss off a lot of my viewers, but these guys deserve
God.
reparations, and my channel is no place for the calciphobic.
This is
Rather,
true.
we are instead going to focus on the overall story of the gang and how it closely parallels the failure of the nation once known as America. Should interest rates become more lopsided, they will buy
Oh my
Italy
God.
next. The broad fields of New Hanover, therefore, represent to the gang and to the player a pure, wholehearted expression of radical freedom,
Ooh.
made possible only by the wide-open countryside, slavery, and the elimination of all those who stand in our way.
messed up.
Just like in the real America, which historically killed up to 8 million people to grow corn, and we would do it again.
Yep.
Do
We'll
not
do
be
it
alarmed,
again.
though.
It's not just corn either. I live in a very the state I live in makes a lot of its money off of tobacco. And we would do it again. And again. And again. And keep doing it. Because that's how the state makes money.
And we would do it again. Do not be alarmed, though. I have absolutely no issues with the American government, because
Nope.
my true enemy is the American people, and there is
Yep.
still so much pain yet to inflict.
But I'm still not paying taxes.
Now, I don't know where the hell we are, but you are going to be paid, Arthur. You hear me?
That's funny.
Sure thing, Dutch.
Uh-huh.
Sure thing.
The screaming! Oh my god!
Taking every
Oh
old
my
wagon I
God.
can get. Done.
Yeah. Oh.
So after a laborious moving process
Dang, he's
involving
on
the
fire.
careful transportation of the women and children, we find ourselves exploring the wonderful, peaceful civilization of the state of Lemoyne. Meaning, of course, that I am blessed with the unique opportunity to discuss the topic of race relations in the post-Vellum South. A task which was apparently so hard for the devs that they simply set all plantation workers to be white people, so as to bypass the issue entirely. You will be working on your own land, you fucking Yakubian experiment. But we here on the Max0r channel are not ones to sugarcoat real history. Nor are we going to disguise the horrors sadly inflicted on the skeleton race. This being said, I can completely understand.
They deserve better. You know, skeletons, they work hard. And we don't treat them right.
Sadly inflicted on the skeleton race. This being said, I can completely understand, as a historically accurate Arthur Morgan would in fact be throwing the hard R faster than he throws his bullets.
Arthur, can you explain what the hell you just did to me?
Nothing.
Well, Dutch, I just don't understand why I can't say it. I mean, Lenny says it all the
You
time.
can't say that word in camp, Arthur.
Nope.
It's just not our word, okay? You're gonna have to trust me on this one. Of course, I'm allowed to say it because I am the special boy who can say the special racism. But like, more importantly, Lenny's a skeleton now, so honestly,
can
at this
say
point,
it.
you're being bigoted in two ways.
The Vanderlyn gang
that
might be
hurts.
murderous, genocidal, kleptomaniacal, and against every form of law and basic reasoning. But we are not going to do a hecking racist arena, and you will be forced to play the side mission where Bones and Lenny form a unique relationship of racial solidarity in opposition to the ruling capitalist class.
That
And
looks
Arthur's just kind of
threatening.
like, you know, I feel pretty oppressed too with all the police chasing me, and Bones just kind of responds with, I'm sorry, Arthur, but you just wouldn't understand. Now, up until this point, I have been disguising a few important gameplay mechanics from you,
We would
which
not.
are all very important steps for Orchard to be Red Dead redeemed or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I didn't play the game. All this footage is from my secret evil twin. Starting, of course,
I
with your
see.
health, representing the ability to get shot, which
That
is
looks
restored
just
by
so
intentionally
cool.
getting hit by...
I'm sorry, oh man, I love the way he wields his pistol. I don't know if it's modded or not, but I love it. That is such a really nice detail in the game I've never seen showcased before. And I really like it, and it's slowly but surely convincing me to get it. And like I said at the beginning, I don't need to be convinced. Please, help me. I can't afford these games.
Your health, representing the ability to get shot, which is restored by intentionally getting hit by small bullets so that you eventually build a resistance to big ones.
Yeah,
Your stamina,
that's how it works.
which is restored by stealing the food and cocaine present in unattended houses. And most interestingly, the Deadeye meter, representing your ability to kill everyone very quickly.
Yeah,
and a skill
quick.
which I have hitherto not shown in the video because it is really bad looking on camera. Unusually restored only by copious amounts of drinking and smoking. Which means that yes, drinking is not only used for the arduous task of vehicular operation, but is also a core gameplay mechanic, utterly vital to the flow of combat, and necessitating the vast majority of my dad's income
Oh my
when
god.
I was 7 years old. Although you can't really blame the guy since there are 13 different ways to drink alcohol in this game and
Really?
0 ways to drink water. Speaking of not drinking any water
Who
and
needs water?
rapidly filling my stamina bar, one of the best and most effective ways for Arthur to boost his endurance is the consumption of a special item known as Gamer Supps Energy Drink, which has this really cool mission about it where Arthur and Hosea offer the people of Rhodes various unique flavors of energy at only 40 cents per serving.
That's insane!
Okay, everyone shut the fuck up, causing the local townsfolk
Okay.
to clamor into the video description, where they will use code Max0r with a 0 for 10% off all products.
Ooh.
Featuring a wide assortment of delicious energy
That's
flavors
a
such
really
as
nice-
the Chug Juice, Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, and Grandma's Ashes, which are
We
all
don't
of
like
course real
Grandma's
flavors
ashes.
that you can actually buy, filling the local populace
Oh my
with so
God.
much energy that they enter a transcendent state of productivity known as getting fucked up on the subs, and attracting the attention of the local authorities at the presence of such criminal deals. Hundreds of people may be dead now, but that is how I keep the price low.
That is
Speaking
such
of offering
a
criminal
smart
deals and
hook.
maintaining a
I love
defense
it.
against inflation, I probably should have mentioned by this point that Red Dead Redemption takes place in a fictional universe where those who rightfully commit mass murder and arson are attacked by a special gang called the Police, who actually try to stop you from doing crimes. And the main
You know what I realize no matter how fictional the world is, somehow the police always exist. Which I'm okay with. But I still feel like it's something worth pointing out. Is it really that fictional?
The police, who actually try to stop you from doing crimes.
Yeah.
And the main plot of this game is centered around this very conflict. You might call it battery and assault. Dutch calls it keeping the rent low in our neighborhood. Mao's been on us for a good time now, Black Lung. Maybe now's not the time for you to be hanging around.
Yeah, maybe Sean shouldn't be using that stupid Read It page so much.
Oh, come on now, Arthur. Reddit is my favorite website.
Well, can't say you
Not
didn't deserve
anymore.
it. This is, of course, in great contrast to how it is in real America, where the police exist mainly to evict single mothers. But in the hyperbolic and unrealistic world of Tan Can Revenge 2, the police primarily try to stop you from killing people, cause you to kill more people in self-defense, shrug their shoulders 3 hours after a crime is committed, and then send about 20 bounty hunters to annoy you instead. Founded upon a system of bystanders and crime reports, meaning that if a person happens to observe your misdeeds, you are subtly encouraged to
Bystander no longer
terminate the remaining
stands.
witnesses. Sorry that I talk about everything in a really roundabout way, but
Never apologize.
You kill them. You drag them off cliffs, you shoot them, you make Julius Caesar look like a fucking joke. But aside from just stabbing all your problems away, there are two different methods to ensure that the police at least temporarily leave us alone, which I am fairly interested in doing considering that I need to repeatedly go to the bullet store for no particular reason. The first, of course, being to simply lawfully surrender and to successfully resist the temptation to reach for your gun, at which point you will be serving a $320,000 bounty for 10,000 counts of murdering officers, 1,002 counts of murder, 437 counts of abduction, 3 counts of inducing vapors, 49 counts of horse inversion, 9 billion counts of assault, and at least 40,000 DUIs.
So that's alleged. You know, innocent until proven guilty. It's alleged. Allegedly. Innocent until proven guilty. If they can't prove it, then you're innocent. So it's alleged. We don't condone any of this, but it's alleged.
9 billion counts of assault, and at least 40,000 DUIs. 40,001 DUIs. And the second is to just pay off your debt to the state in cash, which usually totals to about 1/3 of the money you stole. Yes, I did calculate it. Yes, I did invest it on the cowboy stock market. And yes, I did lose it all on blackjack. Because this isn't actually about paying your debt to society. It's about your cut to the IRS. Which, of course, begs the question.
We
if
never
the gang
get
is
it.
constantly being pursued by the police, and if that is a problem for us, why doesn't Dutch just go to the post office and pay his bounty?
That
Is
is
he
true.
stupid? The tranquil terrain and red roads of Georgia, therefore, represent the gang's
That would be so interesting. You have got a bounty on your head and you walk and you're like, hey, I'm ready to pay off my bounty. That would be such a... I have to know now, can you do that in the game? Because that would be hilarious. Paying off your own bounty is such a Giga Chad move.
Stupid. The tranquil terrain and red roads of Georgia, therefore, represent the gang's ideal rebellion against a world far too civilized and far too willing to catch serial arsonists. Though, just like in the real America, everything is going to go downhill from here. And everything we do from this point forward is a raw statement of abject cruelty. It is all we have done. It is all we will do. The rapture happened in the year 2015, and 3 people were sent to heaven. Actually,
everything I know will
never
die?
mind. Everything is going to go really great.
Okay.
Because Dutch just texted me in Blue Archive and told me that he has a plan. We are going to Tahiti or some shit. Dutch, I am Arthur, and I am fucking constipated with tuberculosis.
Blue Archive's so base.
I can kill people. I can legally kill people and shoot them. Let's fucking do it, Arthur.
Really? Wait, that sounds sick.
A real city.
Dang, looks just like downtown. Yep, that's Florida.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, the look. He's walked on water. It's Jesus. That's just Jesus. That's why. That's why he's
So
here.
after doing,
Nothing.
whatever that was, I made that shit and I still don't know what I did. We
I don't know
awakened
what
on the
it is
polluted
either,
shores
but
of the
thank you.
city of Saint Denis, a major municipality of boundless beauty and classy commerce. Commerce that makes literally no sense, as Saint Denis' only route to the ocean takes us over
Denis
a gigantic-ass waterfall. Which, no doubt, would complicate the gang's escape to Tahiti in unforeseen ways. Why are there so many boats here? Who is
well,
putting them in the harbor?
a fishing
How
village?
can they get to the harbor? I
don't
have
know.
nobody to talk to about this.
Aw.
So to escape the consequences of our crimes and get to said tropical paradise, Dutch has a well-thought-out plan.
Money Tahiti! Money Tahiti!
Money.
Tahiti!
I
Money.
think Dutch hit his head a little too hard.
Money Tahiti.
Where we need to, that's right, commit even more crimes and get even more money.
Yep.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
But first, we need to enter
It's
the
a very straightforward plan. Get money. Whatever you have to do to get money, we don't talk about it because that's all, you know, alleged. We don't talk about how you get it. It's just a matter of whether or not you actually get it. Okay?
even more money. What could possibly go wrong? But first, we need to enter the big city by putting on an elegant disguise, utilizing the game's extensive and normal customization options to convert to Islam, and with God's help, play the rest of the game as the changed man Abdullah
dress
Morgan,
up?
which, although a powerful build option with a variety of unique abilities, unfortunately means that I'm required to abstain from drinking. So instead, we are just going to play the entire rest of the game looking like this.
Ooh, nice.
This is entirely for gameplay purposes. The Pinkertons are simply very unlikely to see this and conclude that it is human. Someone send the police after me because this shit is an actual crime. Now, other than role-playing as a recent escape from the Saint Denis
was
Zoo,
in the game.
there are many new kinds of entertainment which we can seek in the heart of the big city, such as one, perhaps even two types of gambling and antagonizing the women's suffrage movement for some reason. But if we are desiring the true urban experience, there is no better place to be than the local theaters containing a myriad of impressive vaudeville shows, featuring fire-breathing dancers, exquisite comedic routines, 2250 rabid grizzly bears, and a musical performance about the existence of the telephone.
Hello, my honey.
Damn, that shit is gas. Finally capping.
I'm also sick, so I apologize if I sounded like crap. I'm very congested. Apologies.
Damn, that shit is gas.
Yes,
Finally
it
capping
is.
off with an act in which the performer asks you to shoot him, and then gets mad when you shoot him, as well as enjoying the novel and unusual Nickelodeons, where the eunuch film pincher cuts his images very quickly. I'm really excited for the new movie, I say with excitement. Little did I know, it would be a feature, a creature feature, featuring
the creature.
Though my personal favorite component of the American city experience would be catching a terminal illness and then going into permanent medical debt for it, which, as we all know, was the ultimate goal of the founding farters. Really, Red Dead Redemption 2 is just a game that is absolutely brimming with a frankly unnecessary amount of detail. So much so that it can sustain an entire YouTuber ecosystem whose job it is to point out things that are in the video game. And yes, while I might be a little bit guilty of that, the difference with my channel is that my videos are puzzles where you try to find the correct information.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of comments in the past when I first started reacting to Max videos to like pause the video or set it to like 0.25 speed to see every little edit. And I was like, I promise you, whenever I go through my videos for editing, I see everything that Max0r does. I see every little thing. And it is absolutely wild, and I love it. It's great.
It's like a little surprise. Is that my videos are puzzles where you try to find the correct information. Like, for instance, did you know that in Blue Dude Bamboozle 2, in the mission where Sean dies, you will notice that his horse is missing. This is a subtle nod to the fact that in just a few moments, Sean's brain will also be missing. Did you know, if you happen to shoot a shopkeeper in the face, they will appear again with a large bandage but still serve you? This is a subtle reference to the fact that they have forgotten us as a consequence of the brain damage.
Yeah.
Did you know
Nice dent.
horse testicles do in fact shrink when cold? That is actually in the game, and I will not show you it. Can we,
I don't
can
want
we
to
do the next
know.
fucking joke,
I don't
please?
want to see it.
Did you know that if you shoot Javier, stab Dutch, cannonball Strauss, burn Sadie with a Molotov, drag Micah off a cliff, explode Ms. Grimshaw, tie up Lenny, punch Mary Beth into the atmosphere, drag Hosea from a horse, throw an axe at Abigail, give radiation to Kieran for being a Hibernian, perform a duel against Jack, drown Pearson, run over Bill with a stagecoach, and insult John in front of his family,
God, look at you fools.
John will be very mad with you.
He will be very
But
mad.
my favorite detail in the entire game is that if the player donates $40,000 to the camp, and if this is before Dutch receives the traumatic brain injury that coincidentally makes him listen to Micah, the gang will
Really?
finally have the money to journey down the waterfall and wash up unexpectedly upon the beautiful shores of Tahiti. Where after a long and arduous day of holding the W key for 4 minutes straight, and 1 minute gay allows you to access the game's optional happy ending, where the Vanderlyn gang comes together to perform their very first land acknowledgement, followed by a brief 4 more minutes of walking in chains as an apology for doing slavery and white settler colonialism. Adding the island quest to the game was certainly a choice, definitely a decision, indubitably a determination. And if I was Rockstar Games, I would probably try not to build a 2-foot prison for the player to show off my extinct iguana modeling and how bad everyone is at shooting things.
How the fuck did I miss?
But
don't know,
ultimately,
you're not
it is a
looking.
necessary prison for us to discover the deep underlying truth. Tahiti was never truly a place. It was
So
an elaborate
pretty.
hallucination, and where good cowboys go to a farm upstate. Therefore, just like the rest of America, Arthur Morgan is now doomed to achieve only the worst possible outcomes, and will thus persist in defying all of the civilized world merely by continuing to live.
Stop resisting.
Frankly, it is time for us to accept the facts. We are not going to escape civilization.
Nope.
We are not going to Tahiti. And I am an agent of the Antichrist. My videos are mediums for
I'm
dark
okay with
spirits,
that.
and that is how I get the game to look like this. Leaving us with only one pressing question for us to finally address. What the fuck are we even doing right now?
Literally me? What is happening? I will never know. Horse.
So after playing
no
for 2
more
hours
horse.
inside of the definitely optional side quest that definitely takes place in Tahiti,
Yeah.
Arthur Morgan returns to the accursed land of America with a new
So, about Tahiti, because I always have questions. Do you actually go to an island where there's like a prison of sorts? And just a question. Just wondering, you know. That's all.
takes place in Tahiti, Arthur Morgan returns to the accursed land of America with a new, optimistic outlook on life and the universe, leading him to retire from the outlaw life in order to pursue his true passion of stalking and killing innocent animals. And with an excessive 234 different species, each with their own excessively long skinning animation, which the developers worked very hard on, so please watch the entire thing.
No!
We will not let you skip it. Each kill is a digital blood sacrifice to Satan himself. There is certainly a lot of hunting to be done, and a lot of places to travel in the meantime.
No. I once ate, I was eating food at my grandfather's celebration of life. And it was meat. And I was like, oh, this tastes really good. What is it? And someone goes, you just ate a baby deer. I didn't need to know that. I would have been happier without that information. But man, it did taste really good.
There's certainly a lot of hunting to be done, and a lot of places to travel in the meantime, such as in the gleaming forests of Roanoke Ridge, where we bravely fought 10 to 20 copies of Jack.
Oh, Arthur.
They're children.
The silliest, softest of dreams. I miss you.
In the dank swamps of Bayou Noir, where I was killed and eaten by many alligators. In the sunny plains of West Elizabeth, where we extincted the last remaining buffalo, dooming us to interminable environmental collapse. In the beautiful vistas of Big Valley, where we shot at the hordes of perfidious Irishmen, an invasive species not native to this area. And in the deserts of New Austin, in the year of 2002, 2010, my dad bought a game for me called Red Dead Redemption 1, wherein I refused to play the actual game because I was too busy slaughtering and skinning all available farm animals in a 10-mile radius. Not to sell their skins, mind you, just for the love of the game.
Max, have you heard of this game called Monster Hunter? I feel like Max would be one of those avid Monster Hunter players that doesn't really talk about the fact that they're an avid Monster Hunter player. And then when you see their account, they're fully kitted up with multiple different skins and they're like, oh yeah, I just, you know, actively skin every monster because, you know, that's the name of the game. And I know he's played it, but I feel like he plays it actively in his private time.
Mile radius. Not to sell their skins, mind you, just for the love of the game. Which I did dutifully and elegantly for the next 5 hours until my dad told me that in order to keep playing the game, I had to stop doing that.
You have to
and as
stop.
Arthur traveled all across these United States,
Let's recalibrate.
meeting numerous people and killing numerous more, he dwelled on all of the things that had brought him to this moment, and realized with an uncomfortable clarity that this was stupid. That no matter how many crimes he committed, no matter how much money he donated, it was never enough to satisfy Dutch's insatiable need. An insatiable need to buy more candles.
Why?
And the more that Arthur gave to him, the more candles he always seemed to acquire. All the while,
is
the
wild.
man standing behind his shoulder, the man who fed into his worst impulses and darkest fears, was not the brightest wick in the candle store.
No.
And as Arthur gazed into the fireplace, wondering how he could have been so blind, and how he could be left in the dark for so long, as if a bright candle had just illuminated his
Poor
darkest
guy.
night. He had finally come to the realization that he alone had the power to end this vicious cycle. And that
Really?
he alone had to put a stop to it once and for all.
Oh, that's sweet. How's he gonna do that?
So as he
Thank
rode
you.
that long ride back to Roanoke Ridge, as he remembered every struggle that had come before, and all the people who had helped him get there.
Nope.
And yes, I am counting skeletons as people. He knew that this was going to be his Red Dead Redemption 2
I like that.
for the PlayStation 4.
We had to squeeze that one in, huh? Oh my god.
Hurry, a lot of candles. Hurry.
We just got plenty of time, Micah.
He's
Time
back.
to discuss our finances.
Black Lung, you're back. Hooray.
That is quite a bit of candles, Dutch. No doubt expensive.
Yep.
Now, Dutch, I can hardly blame you on account of your traumatic brain injury, but
Yeah.
as for Micah,
It's a lot of money, Dutch.
Micah's just fucking stupid on his own.
You know we need the candles, Black
Oh
Lung.
my god. He looks like he's standing in his own... It looks like he was standing in his own grave already. So, I mean, if he's standing in his casket, you might as well finish the delivery. But if that wasn't a casket, then I apologize. Maybe this game, even though I haven't played it, maybe this game is already changing me.
Fucking stupid on his own.
You know we need the candles, Black Lung.
No, we don't.
We don't,
That's a goddamn lie.
No, it's not.
Dutch.
Dutch.
We need
think
the
of
money.
value.
What fucking value, Micah?
You're burning them all.
Investment, Black Lung.
It all makes sense now.
Oh?
Oh, it damn well doesn't.
Nope. Ooh.
Dutch, think.
Dutch, it's getting pretty dark out. You wanna
Light a
some
candle?
candles?
Oh my god!
You left me.
Oh
You left me to die.
no! What?
That
I
was
was
literally
left.
the point. You're fucking weird.
What?
Can you go away now? Fuck. Perhaps I'm not the only one with brain damage.
That's right. Because I also hit my head too hard in a trolley accident.
Oh.
All that and so much more.
They all have brain damage.
Fucking candles.
Be quiet, cowpoke. Be quiet. You live in the dark.
Excuse me, I've been trying to contact you regarding a free trial to the new...
Oh.
What?
Yeah, we don't want to hear any of that.
Who among us
Sus.
is with me?
Nah.
And who are you again? God, I'm sorry.
Don't do this.
Literally me. If it like, okay, if you have like a really short name or I've only known you in passing, I'll be like, who are you again? I'm sorry. And then they remember, oh right, you with memory problems and the epilepsy, and I'm like, yeah, it's me. And they're like, oh, that's okay, it's me. And I'm like, oh, it's you. Sorry, that was just too funny to me.
Are you again? God, I'm sorry.
Dutch, don't do this. You can't sell them, they're just gonna melt.
They will melt.
Lying. He's lying, Dutch.
No, he's not. He would never lie, Dutch. Hey! It's the happy ending, right? The good ending.
Come on, Arthur. Tahiti's just ahead.
Yeah!
No, I ain't taking directions from a deadbeat.
Come on.
You go.
Arthur, I told you I'd get to my child support payments after we got out of this mess.
Oh, I
love
see
you,
what the
random
problem
side
is.
character that I just met today.
Oh.
Now, I'll hold him off. Here,
Oh.
and promise me that you will go drunk driving at least once.
Yeah!
I guarantee you it is quite the experience.
In game.
Now go,
The color shifted.
Arthur.
so that one fateful day,
Arthur!
you can achieve your Red Dead Redemption 2.
You're my brother.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell you are.
It's okay. You
They
don't
should
need
make
to
a
know.
sequel game about you or something. Fuck it, I don't know.
Did they actually though? This is actually not the end of the video. I have other stuff I want to
Hey,
show.
partner, I got a headache. You got some ibuprofen?
Oh my gosh. That's so bad. The walk. Oh, it's our Red Dead.
This one's for you, Arthur!
It's for Arthur. Yeah. Oh.
Hey there, guys. It's me, side character Max0r.
Hi, Max.
Out here building John's house during the middle of an actual riot. Listen, this has been a
That's
very
okay.
long video with a diverse amount of visual effects. And I just
Yeah.
want you to know that these take a very long time to make. This and the last video took a lot out of me because my workday is about 10 hours long in order to finish 30 seconds of video.
This is
Mainly because every
actually
single shot in
wild.
this video has around 3 failed prototypes. And that shot of John flying into his house had to be repeated maybe 12 different times. So
man.
be patient with the next project, please. I could
take
just be
your
making slop
time.
right now, but I choose to make garbage instead. And on that note, a big thank you to all the people at my Patreon,
Thank
who are
you,
the only
Max.
reason that a video like this can be made in the first place. And if you want to fund the creation of further questionable endeavors, the link to do so is in the description. I am still working on
Thank
creating
you.
Max0r merchandise, but again, I am one person,
Yeah.
and this video has basically put me on the edge of a mental breakdown. As always, more insane gacha game content to come, and I hope that all of you have a very lumbago Tahiti
It's
or
always
something.
gacha.
Fuck it, just play this game already.
Yeah. Oh man. Thank you, Max. Thank you so much. I love it. I think I might play it. Rip my wallet. Thank you for tuning in to another NEKO Reacts. So tell me the truth. Did Max sell you on Red Dead Redemption 2, or have you already played the game? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, please leave a like and subscribe to the universe, and I'll see you in the next one. Matanya!